Tenet. What's going on, friends? Logan Myerz back here for Cinephellas.com, and tonight I'm going to be talking about one of the most unique and original films of the year, a movie that's bringing back the movie industry, and I have to thank one of our favorite directors, Christopher Nolan, with his newest film, his newest puzzle, bringing to the audience and bringing back the blockbusters. I'm talking about Tenet. With most Christopher Nolan movies, he's always questioning and focusing on time, you know, with Inception being dreams, or in this film, inversion, which has to do with time going backwards or in reverse. So this is something that people have been studying for a long time, having to do with physics. This movie is a puzzle from start to finish, and it's really hard to comprehend everything that's thrown at you, but you definitely catch on to the gist of what he's going for. And this is a movie that it's going to take multiple viewings to really understand everything that Christopher Nolan throws at us as the audience, and I really appreciate that. He's a director that's always thinking outside of the box. I love that about him being a director. Everything is usually pretty unique, his own twist on different themes and concepts in life, and especially time, and why he's one of my favorite directors. Been a fan of his since the beginning. So we're introduced to John David Washington, huge fan of his, young son of Denzel Washington, my man. And he was great in BlacKkKlansman that came out by Spike Lee a few years ago. Really great actor, and he's really the focal point in this story. It's an espionage thriller heist movie with a sci-fi twist to it. Get to see John David Washington playing the protagonist. I don't think they ever really say his name in the film. He's a spy and a badass, and this huge ordeal and catastrophe happens at the beginning of the film, and you're really questioning what exactly is happening. With that being said, we're introduced to Robert Pattinson, young Bruce Wayne, the new Batman. He looks absolutely fantastic. He looks like Bruce Wayne in this movie. He looks like a yuppie. He's got the hair, he's got the suit, but he works alongside John David Washington's character in the film, and he's really great. It has to do with this building with paintings in it, and they have to break into there, and it's really high stakes, really intense, keeping you on the edge of your seat, not really knowing if they're gonna, you know, pull this off. And you really find out more about the Tenet organization as well without spoiling too much. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is really when they start working together. You see them jump off the side of the building and they like land on the side of it and climbing up. It just shot very well. You can tell that Christopher Nolan did all the practical effects in here. There's not a lot of CGI. It's all real stunt people doing these stunts, and it makes it more believable. And the camera and the cinematography is absolutely beautiful, capturing all these action sequences in the film. And one of the best aspects is obviously the camera work and the score. We're introduced to Elizabeth Debicki's character. She plays Kat, and she's married to this evil guy, this Russian guy, that has to do with this algorithm. And the algorithm is like a formula. It's split up into 9 different parts that's hidden in the past, having to do with his characters going back to find it. With this algorithm, it can destroy mankind. Different scenes in the movie, they're coming across it and then going back, and you're really not sure what's going to happen, if it's going to be the end of the world. It really has to do with Kenneth Branagh's character, Sator, I think is how you pronounce it. He has a really thick Russian accent, but he's the one that got his hands on the algorithm. We find out in the film that he has cancer, and essentially with the algorithm being tied to him, and with the time inversion concept, if he dies, it's the end of the world. Basically like a nuclear holocaust or like a World War III, and it's not going to be good. So they have to put their heads together and try to go back and stop this guy. And he's really evil in this movie. I love how Kenneth Branagh's been in a lot of Nolan flicks, and really good character actor, and I thought he played this Russian really good. Really great villain, somebody that's very intimidating, and somebody that, you know, that's up to no good and will stop and end the world if he's gonna die, because he's like, I'm the best person in the world. If I die, everybody dies. One thing I have been noticing about the Nolan films is the sound mixing in terms of like the dialogue and certain characters. It's hard to hear what they're saying. I don't know if I'm missing an important part of the dialogue, you know, that could really make more sense in the film, because Nolan always has like the background music and the score bumping and the bass, and it's like, what'd he say? Is that an important part of the movie? I think Nolan's fucking with us. He doesn't want us to hear these important parts of the movie, so we can never really decipher and understand the meanings of his movies. That's one thing that annoyed me. I felt like I missed a lot of the parts of the dialogue, and I noticed they talked really fast in this movie. John David Washington, Robert Pattinson too. I'm like, I couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying. So I'm like, I know my hearing's pretty bad, but come on, speak up a little bit, mumble around. Let's hear what you're saying. But a lot of Nolan films, they're not really character driven anyways. They're more plot heavy. more focusing on the bigger picture and not the character development and the characters talking. Already a hard concept to understand. I want to hear what the characters have to say, so please fix that in the next movie. With that being said, Tenet is a complete mindfuck. This movie is bonkers. It really tackles a weird concept, a time inversion, going back, time in reverse, you know, the past, present, and the future, where you have moments of people just standing there walking and people behind them or next to them are going in reverse. And it's just really cool how they use the camera to its advantage to really capture what he's going for with this concept of going backwards or reverse in time. So I really love that. Really unique and original premise and concept. And I thought the ending of the film was really well done, and I think it really answered a lot of the questions that I had about the movie early on. So altogether, from the first through the third act, it was really well done. I thought Christopher Nolan did a great job directing this. I like this movie a lot more than his past few films, being Dunkirk and Interstellar. I think this is not as good as Inception, but I think it has a newer concept of time doing with inversion, and I thought it was unique in that way. And I can't wait to see where Nolan goes from here. So overall, I had a really great time with Tenet. It's a movie I've been patiently awaiting. Not really patiently, but I've been awaiting all year long. This has been a terrible year. This is definitely one of my favorite flicks of 2020. It's not saying a lot since there hasn't been a lot of movies hitting theaters, more digital. It's been a year of TV shows for sure, but this is definitely a summer blockbuster. Nolan is here to save the movie industry, and this movie hopefully does well at the box office. So we'll continue to see more movies return to the theaters, hopefully when the coronavirus finally fucking ends, and we'll see more bigger blockbuster films like this. And I want to continue to support filmmakers like Christopher Nolan, one of the best in the industry. And this is a movie you guys definitely can't miss, and it'll probably take you a few viewings to really understand and comprehend everything that they're throwing at you. So I'm giving Christopher Nolan's newest film, Tenet, a 4.5 out of 5 time inversion hair pieces. So I'm really interested in hearing your guys' thoughts on Tenet. What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? What did you guys think of that ending and all the back and forth? Did you understand it? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. This is Logan Myerz signing out from the past or the present. Until the next movie review. Cheers!